is Peter Jamba, originally from Congo, the DRC, and my role in the band is the drummer. Yes, definitely. I heard actually a lot about Go Explo because some of the musicians I knew prior and I looked up to actually played in the previous projects, people like Benga, Willie, and many others. So yeah, it's people I look up to, and I started following Go Explo actually long before I could ever think or join them. Go Explo, what attracted me to Go Explo was the sound. Obviously, with the people I mentioned, they were very prominent musicians. So obviously, if you look up to the prominent guys, you wanna know who they're working with and what they're doing. And by that, I found out about Go Explo. Go Explo is an extremely vibrant group of amazing and talented people who are really rooted and grounded in traditional and organic sound, African sound, obviously gospel as well. So it's very, very authentic people and very rooted people, honestly. The album, Chapter 4, look, is for me. I found Chapter 4 so interesting. It was amazing. I enjoyed playing, like from the first rehearsal we had. I already connected to the songs. I started looking forward to the show from the first day of the rehearsal. So yeah, look. This is one great project, I must say. That's what the Bible says. Sure. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I've worked with a lot of groups, but what stands out about Go Explo is the fact that the music is genuine and organic. It's the people singing and playing the music are actually people that understand not just the music but the culture and the tradition behind it, and obviously born again Christians, which the group is about. So yeah, that's what really stands out for me. Look, if you don't get this album, you're definitely missing out. This is like one of the best projects I've been a part of. Like, this is amazing. The songs, the mixing, the visuals, everything is on point. So I think this is fireworks. If you're really looking for something exciting, something modern, look, get this project. It has to be Rongasi, Shall Not Prevail, and Komberena.
Okay, my name is Ishmael Mpumelelo Ndlovu. I was born in Limpopo, Mapalle. I was raised from Mapalle village, and my role in the band, I'm a bass player. Yeah, I've known about Go Explo for a while. I did listen to their music, and I worked with I think one of their artists back in a few years ago. So I knew about the group. I think a few songs about them. I didn't really know about the group per se, but I heard their music, and we would play for some artists who loved some of the songs which the group recorded. So we would play those songs. And one other thing is I worked with Mr. Roni. I think if I remember his name well, it was Mr. Roni Mashio. He was part of Go Explo. So, and that's where I met Mr. Kenny Shipambu for the first time. Oh, yeah, that's I think one thing about Go Explo that I love is the unity the choir has. It is family, and I think for me, well, they don't know much about where I come from, but I relate with them because we come from the same place. Most of them speak the same language that I speak. But yeah, I love the unity they have as a family. Yeah, they are a very big, funny, happy family. So that's the picture that I got. I think I was. Job called me for Mr. Job Taco called me for it. I don't know how or why because it was the first time we started working together as well. Um, but yeah, that's how I started working with Go Explo. Um, I love the sincerity of the compositions. Most of them I could relate with them. I could even when I was playing, I could connect with them because of the sincerity of the compositions. So I think it's one of those genuinely since it's like the compositions were very sincere. It's genuine. And I think that is what I loved more about the feel of the whole album, because of I love honesty. I love music that is straight from the heart. So I think that for me that is it. I think some other projects. I think the most challenging thing here with this one was like which will go back to the previous question. The how the songs were composed because of I had to connect with the writer from what they were feeling when they wrote the songs, what the message of the song means to them. So especially for if I am to say that God is holy, I myself had to have a posture of me seeing God as much as holy as He is. I had to interpret that from a musical perspective. So it's yeah. I think that's where it took me to. I think this is one of those sincere, very honest albums. I've done a lot of projects, which they are for many different reasons. But the one reason that I can promise the fans with this one is it's very pure, it's very sincere, and it doesn't even take a lot for one to connect with God by listening to the songs, the message, the content of the whole album. For me, that is the whole purpose of why we are even doing, why we ought to sing, because it's to give praise to God. And I think this is one of those albums which kind of make that platform very, it makes the platform better for us to even get to worship God. Anthony Siwe is just one. You are holy, and Lo Kwalu. I don't know if I pronounced that well, but those are the songs that I love more.
Hi, my name is Lunga Lungobo. I was playing keys and organ in the Go Explo recording. Yes, I did actually. I knew a few songs, and I also knew basically the personnel behind Go Explo, so that's how I got to know it. Yeah. In the latest project, I was called by the producer of this latest product, which was Job Tago, and he brought me in basically to lay down the organ on it. The best way to describe Go Explo is, for me, it's a type of music that is very vibrant, very culturally diverse. If you listen to the album holistically, you won't just find one sort of sound in it. It has a lot of culturally diverse elements, and also it's very powerful in terms of songwriting, in terms of ministry. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah. My feel about the album is it's probably going to do very well. It's probably going to do very well because I think it relates to a lot of people. If you listen to the whole album as a whole, as I've said, it's quite diverse and also very broad in terms of style. So I feel like it's going to do very well. The one thing that is different and stands out for me is language. The project has a lot of Shangaan language in it. The music is Shangaan, so, well, not the whole thing, but a pretty much large part of it is Shangaan. So I basically had to learn, some of the songs in terms of I wouldn't know what it means, but in a way you'd find that it relates to you, because of the melodies and how the melodies sound and all of those things. So yeah, for example, if they just say Makumbi, I don't know what that means, but it relates to me in a way, because also the melodies that are basically sang are really effective melodies. So language for me was the one thing that stood out. And also the style, the sound of the project is also very, it's its own thing. You won't say it sounds like this, it sounds like that, it's its own thing. So that's what stands out for me, yeah. One thing I can promise the fans is that it's vibrant. It's something you can listen to over and over again. It's something you can enjoy timelessly. It's something also I feel that can be a very timeless album. Even if, let's say, 5 years down the line, there's more Go Explo chapters, but this specific one has so much, and also it has a lot of features. So you can also find some of your favorite musicians. I remember there's Umati in it. There's also some other guys in it. So even Uma Bong is there. Yeah, so some of your favorite musicians are there, and basically you'll find a jam-packed album. My favorite 3 songs would be the one song I think that has carried out Go Explo for the longest time, which is Makumbi. Honestly, when I heard we're doing it again, I was actually quite excited because I know the song from a while ago. And then also there's a song called Over the Hilltop. That'll be my second favorite. And then also there's a song called There Is Power. Those are basically my 3 favorite songs.
Hi everyone, my name is Job Tago. I'm a musician, producer and mixing engineer, and I actually studied for music. I did jazz and popular music as a pianist, and yeah, on a daily basis I'm more working in the studio, in my own studio, doing some mixing and mastering, and a whole lot of productions as well. So the Go Explo album that we just did now, what inspired the sound is basically
just trying to get the vision of Mr. Kenny, where he's trying to take the team to, and just trying to figure out how I'm going to actually assist in helping to get that sound. So it's basically just feeding from the songs themselves, what he was giving me, and just also trying to make the music sound more accommodative in terms of people that will be listening to it, and this part of the world which we are in, which is South Africa, and just making the music more appealing to a greater market. Keeping it simple but yet sophisticated, and just having interesting sounds there and there, and yeah. And overall, I think it was more about getting a very clean sound, and getting something that is really nice that people will actually enjoy. So in most cases what happens is I would choose the band members based on the kind of songs that I'm getting, and also the kind of vibe that the team or the artist that I'm producing is looking to get. And in this case, the guys that played on this specific project, it was mainly because I knew their strengths, what they could actually offer, and I thought if we could put them together, actually they will come with a very nice sound for what Go Explo is actually all about, which is a very traditional sound, but a mixture of like contemporary and together with like spirit-filled music. And the guys that I chose kind of came on top of the list in terms of me trying to get the sound out that Mr. Kenny was looking for. So the target market for this album is basically anyone who's Christian, and also those who are not Christian. People that want to elevate their spirits, who feel down, who feel left out, who feel like it's the end of the world for them. There's songs that can motivate you in there, but also there's also songs of joy, just celebrating life in Christ. So it's a very balanced project in that whichever situation you might be in, you will kind of find a song that will sit with you. So in preparation for the project, it took us about 2 to 3 weeks. First of all, I took the singers, and then we went in studio. We were practicing and recording some stuff and running a few ideas, and then later got the band in and did the same thing. But then before that, by myself, I had to spend so much time just working on the songs and stuff like that. But roughly, it took us about 2 to 3 weeks or so. I think this album is going to do well, mainly because of the songs that I made. It's quite beautiful songs, and they are different in their own way. So there's a whole lot of people that kind of do the almost the same kind of a sound, but in this album we've done them quite differently, and we've done them, according to me, in a very professional kind of a way, wherein we took time and made sure that the sounds are actually working with the music, with the songs and stuff. So it's a very well thought out project that we didn't just wake up and say we're going to record. It's something that we took so much time planning and working on ideas and refining them and doing stuff like that. So based on the fact that it was well cooked, according to me. It's really going to do well. The songs are also beautiful. They are mini-study as well, and they're word-based songs. So that also just makes it easy for people to kind of receive them because they edify their souls when they listen to them. So the difference with Go Explo compared to many other projects that I've done and many other groups I've played with is that Go Explo is basically a team of people coming from different places really, and coming from different backgrounds as well. And when they come together, they kind of now rub these cultures on one another, and it actually comes out in the music as well. So that makes the team different. That's number one. And the other thing is that we more than any other group that is out there. Well, maybe to phrase my sentence in a different way, I would say in most cases you've got groups that just record for the sake of having a hit song. But then with Go Explo, and the experience that I had with them is that the songs would come from a place of worship, the songs would come from a place of praise, the songs would come from a place where someone is actually writing, thinking about the person who's going to listen to the songs in terms of what's going to actually benefit them. So in that way, the songs are more spirit-filled, and they have content that will actually work for a whole lot of people in terms of edifying them and actually adding value into their lives. So that's another thing that makes Go Explo a different group. To be honest with you, I faced very little challenges. It's been a smooth road. However, there's always a bit of maybe, let me just say, more difficult tasks to do, like the task of actually rehearsing or managing a whole lot of people, because when you do stuff like this, productions like this, there's many people you're communicating with, there's many aspects of the production that you're trying to get right, and there's also just many departments where you're trying to make sure that they understand each other and they're able to work together. I think that's been the most challenging parts, just working with different people that are from different places and have got different ways of doing things. This project, I really believe that you're going to love, you're going to enjoy, and I really think that it's one of those projects you're going to kind of want your friends and families to have as well, because it's beautiful. You just have to listen to it and play it, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. You'll just know that this is a project to run with, and just to love and share with the people that you know. Favorite 3 songs would have to be Komelela, Marathon, and You Are Holy. And quite funny is that You Are Holy was one of those songs that we did last, and it was not even going to be part of the album. But it came out so well, and it came out the way it did. I guess it was God's way of just intervening, and it's one of my favorite by far.